this is Choplifter 3 on the Super Nintendo, and I'm assuming this is a sequel to the classic Choplifter game from many years ago. It's a fairly simple concept. You've got to pick up all of these POWs and other assorted people who need rescuing scattered around a war zone. And yeah, it's pretty simple concept, and it's quite an entertaining and enjoyable game to play, although it can get very tough, and I suppose it could get a little bit samey, to be honest with you. It doesn't quite present the same degree of variety as a game like Desert Strike, for example, or any of the Strike series really, where you did have missions where you had to rescue prisoners, but you also had other missions as well. There are some boss battles in this game. There are some other baddies that you can take out, but the Strike series of games had their main mission focus was around a overall campaign, and I don't really get the same impression playing this as I did with them. It might be a little bit unfair to compare it. I mean, after all, this is a sequel to an old video game. Desert Strike wasn't a sequel to anything. It was its own new IP, as it were. God, I hate that phrase, IP. Franchise. Call it a franchise, call it a series, call it anything, but don't call it IP, because it just sounds ridiculous. Yes, intellectual property, we know that's what it is, but it sounds ridiculous when you apply it to something that is a video game. But I've been over that ground before, and I'm not going to do it again. This, I think, in fact I'm pretty certain it was published by Ocean, and it was right about that time I think Ocean really had started to go off the rails a bit. Some of their games were fantastic, some of them were truly dreadful. In fact, I'm going to do a video showcasing a couple of games that should have been fantastic that I think are completely dreadful. That will be one of my up and coming videos. This is actually pretty good. It's playable, it's enjoyable, you can get something out of the game, but that same could not be said for a few other Ocean games released around this time. I think in this era the company started to go into a bit of a flux. I'm not too sure whether they'd already been taken over at this point or whether they were on the verge of it, but certainly the company that made a brilliant amount of fantastic 8-bit games, or a fantastic amount of brilliant 8-bit games, you could say as well, and that company had gone, and what was left behind was a company that just, to me, their games lacked any of the character or certainly the playability that their earlier games had. This, I would say, is probably one of the few exceptions. You may disagree with me. I don't care. I enjoy it. I think it's playable, it's entertaining enough, and you can get something out of it. And yeah, it's well worth checking out. If you've got a Super Nintendo, you can probably pick this up relatively cheap off eBay, and yeah, it's worth checking out, and this being one of the boss battles I was mentioning earlier. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching this video, and stay tuned to my channel for more to come.